morning. Went with Ethiopia today. It's Stumptown, Ethiopia. It's a good cafe. Not the best. Still very, very good. No, today is an active recovery day. I really need it this time. My body, oh my goodness. Because I did a change to my workout routine. Made a new program that started this week. Doing high intensity, low reps. Because I just hate having long reps. I don't like doing the same exercise over and over and over again. I don't like having a lot of sets. And so I've decided to experiment with the high intensity method. I kind of like holding it. The fact of the matter is that I found it pretty freaking effective. So it's like many things are one, sometimes two sets to failure every single time. And it's still a full body routine, but it's a pretty fast workout, which is nice and convenient. But yeah, trying it out. Still 5 days a week. Sets to failure. And yeah, I like it so far. I like it. It's my legs. Oh my goodness. They are just like, dude, what the hell? You're insane. Please stop. But, there's been a lot of evidence that all these people who are pushing the idea that recovery is a problem in these kind of high intensity workouts. There's been a lot of evidence that those people are wrong. You don't feel all that recovered at the beginning. However, the body is recovering, and you can keep going because they I don't have the studies right in front of me, but they did have some where they had people going, people recovering, allowing more time to recover, people not being allowed time to recover, and they had people who were just going lower intensity. And it turned out that the high intensity people did fine. They didn't feel recovered. They reported negatives, but the actual results were equivalent. So it just depends, I guess, on what you prefer. That's the whole thing. It's like we're all kind of, the way that I look at it, you should be experimenting on yourself. And so we're all kind of an N of one experiment. That's actually one of the things. I want to do a response to the one guy. Oh my God, I was so irritated listening to him talk about fasting negatively. Because he was attacking it so much. First of all, he misquoted several studies, misinterpreted them, and I didn't like that. Of course, that's just factual inaccuracies. But the idea that fasting has zero effect beyond simply calorie, it's just a method of calorie restriction. That is, no, there is more to it. I'm not going to pretend like it has huge positives for everybody. It depends person to person. How positive it will be or how negative it will be. But there are objective positives. One of the biggest ones for me personally is just satiety. Having only 2 meals a day, the goal is to be satiated. I want to feel like I've eaten. And having 2 larger meals, one before working out and then one after, I feel more like I have actually eaten something. I'm still hungry, personally. I'm always wanting to eat. But it's not, but we can address that. But the fact of the matter is that is a thing, that it results in, 19 to 20 hour fast every single day. Because I stop eating at about 1, start eating at a 9. I'm like, yeah, okay. So yes, like, technically I am fasted every single morning, to or more, for 19 to 20 hours. And I also find, like, for my active recovery days, I only have 1 meal. I don't have 2. And once again, I have that one at about noon, so it goes even further. Goes over, it's more like a 24-hour fast then, twice a week. I find that very effective. And also, whenever I was stagnating, did 40, if I stagnate, it's like, okay, well, when I'm doing a cut, and if I'm cutting really hard and it's like, oh, it's stagnate, what do? Do I increase my activity? Well, I'm already, 14 to 16,000 steps a day, and I'm working out 5 days a week, and I do stuff throughout the day. No, increasing activity would be potentially unhealthy. Do I decrease my calories? Well, if I'm only at 1,800, I'm already at a pretty significant deficit. No, it's a bad idea. So what do? 48-hour fast. Has some kind of resetting effect on my body. I'm not 100% sure as to why this occurs, but it does. And there's I could theorize in many different mechanisms, but the fact of the matter is, I can observe that it works. That's the most important part. 48-hour fast. And then, oh look, the deficit's having an effect again. So for the next, 3 weeks, actually have progress. And he attacks autophagy and misrepresents that as well. That just pretend, like, I understand that people use it as a buzzword. I understand that some people over exaggerate it, but it's a real thing, and it is important and useful, and fasting has an effect. So yeah, no, but I mentioned the satiety thing. That's a thing that I've been thinking about a lot, because so many people, speaking about buzzwords, that concept of food noise, that's become a very big buzzword these days. I have continuous food noise, 24/7. I'm always thinking about food. Always have. Food has always been an obsession of mine throughout my entire life. Was never a problem till I got older and my body just matured and it slowed down. And it was like, oh, I can't just eat 24/7 anymore. I used to, and I can't anymore. Unless I want to be a fat ass again. I gained a ton of weight. It's not good. So yeah, the fact of the matter is that it's always there for me, and I'm never 100% satiated. Like, I remember, even as a kid, could go to a buffet, and I didn't eat until I was full. No, I ate until I was literally like coming up. Like, I didn't actually throw up, but I can remember, like, I've never had acid reflux or any problem like that, but I'd like, oh, I gotta go to the loo, I gotta go to the bathroom, and I'm sitting down, using the toilet, and the mere flexing of all the muscles to expend out of your body was like causing stuff to come up my throat because like I had that much food in my body, and I, like, walking around was difficult, like extreme amounts of eating, and yet I still have the desire to eat then. It's not a hunger per se, it is a desire to eat, though. My desire to eat never goes away. It's continuously there. I always want flavor. I always want the act of chewing. So I find tactics, in cooking food all the time, being involved with food. So I understand when people talk about that, but it just irritates me when they say that they have to take medication for it and stuff, and it's just, I don't know. What I do know is that what works for you may not work for everybody, and it almost certainly won't. And the only way to learn what works for you is to experiment on yourself. Not always fun, to be fair. Sometimes it's a lot of fun. Experimenting, learning new things. I love learning things. That's the fun part. Miserable part can be like, oh, well, I did this and it's definitely not working because I can't manage it. It's like, oh. But nevertheless, I will, it's informing me that I need to feed Taya today. She'll be happy to get a nice big rat. Yeah. Anyway, I really ought to do a response to his things. It just pissed me off so much. When somebody who has a degree and is, seen as a scientist, and so they are seen as an authority, and then they say stuff, and people just accept it because they see them as an authority. And he's just blowing smoke. Not for financial reasons, it's just because of his own wow, my brain, a bit of a the inability to remember words. Wow. But he has his own preferences, and wow. I hate it when that happens. It's great having a TBI. Sometimes you just can't remember a word. I can define it and everything, and just the word just doesn't show up. I think it's aphasia. I can remember that word. But anyway, well, that's going to be irritating until it comes up. Mm. Bias. Yes, his biases. Wow. That took a bit. I'm happy that I got it there. But anyway. Alrighty, well, that makes me happy. I'm gonna go finish my cafe, do my active stuff for the active recovery day. Alrighty. You have a good one, or a bad one. I won't tell you what to do. Because you're you, and I'm me. We need different things.